Hey guys, welcome to a new video. I am really excited about filming this one because today I am going to show you how I do my hair and makeup for my wedding. So by the time you're watching this, my wedding will have happened. By the time I'm filming this, it hasn't yet, but I have figured out how I want to do my hair and makeup. I have practiced it before and I'm just gonna consider this another practice round. So I'm gonna walk you through everything, how I do everything, all the products that I'm wearing. It's gonna be quite a lot, so let's get started straight away. So the very first thing I'm going to do is to prep my hair because I am going to be heat styling it and I want my curls to last all day, of course. So first thing I'm gonna do is spray in some heat protector. I will list all the products that I'm using in the description box below with links if I can find them, and if not then I'll just list the names. But yeah, heat protector spray. I'm just gonna brush that through my hair, make sure it is distributed evenly. Then next I am going to spray in this styling mousse, which is a generic kind of brand from my local drugstore. Volume strong styling mousse, which gives a little bit of volume but also provides hold, and I feel like this really helps me make my curls last longer. So that spread it through my hair as well, mostly focusing on the ends, a little bit more on the top here. I'm gonna go ahead and clip in my hair extensions, the ones that I cut in my bridal prep video. They have been trimmed to the right length. Here they are. They're already curled, like I mentioned. I already have practiced this. The bottom strip goes right at this point of my skull. And then the second one goes right at the top of my ear. Then I'm gonna brush that through as well, make sure it incorporates with my own hair nicely. And then I'm gonna heat up my curling iron. So I am using a tapered curling wand, and I'm gonna be curling my hair section by section. So I'm gonna start by pulling up all of my hair except for the very bottom layer. I have my heat resistant glove here, and I have my duckbill clips that I'm gonna use to pin this up after I have made a curl. So how I'm curling my hair is I'm gonna twist the hair as I wrap it around the curling iron, and I'm gonna make sure that I use more or less the full length of the iron so that it does actually taper. I hold it for a few seconds, then I slide it off the curling wand, pinch it, and then I clip it to the base with a little duckbill clip, like that, so that it gets the chance to cool down and set into that shape properly. Again, we're going for super long lasting curls, so I'm going to do everything I can, every trick in the book, to make sure that these do actually last. Okay, so then I can let down the next layer. I'm just going to do the exact same thing, and I'm going to do this. Just repeat this process across my entire head of hair, and I am alternating directions. So one curl I'm going to do towards the back, next towards the front. I'm going to speed up this bit and then I'll be back. Hair is all curled. I'm just gonna give it a little spray with some hairspray. To help it set even better. And I'm gonna leave it in the curlers while I do my makeup. So let's move on with that. Yeah, skin first, as always. So I'm doing everything much more thoroughly than I normally do. I have shown you guys my 5-product makeup routine plenty of times. We're not doing that today. Full face bridal makeup it is. I am actually starting with a primer. Right here I have the Benefit Professional. Just spread that all over my skin. And then I'm gonna go over with my all-time favorite Bourjois Healthy Mix foundation. I actually didn't have foundation anymore, so I had to buy some new stuff specifically for my wedding, and I decided to go with my trusty old Healthy Mix. I thought, you know, this is not the time to experiment. So I'm just gonna blend that out with a brush. I love this foundation because it gives plenty of coverage, but it still looks very natural. Doesn't look cakey at all, and I love the finish that it has. So I'm just making sure to spread that out onto my ears and my neck. Then for my under eye concealer, again returning to an old favorite, Collection Lasting Perfection. I'm gonna use 2 colors combined. For any precision work that I might need on my skin, I'm gonna take my MAC concealer, color NC15. I'm gonna use that on any imperfections. I'm being really nitpicky here. I normally never do this, but I have a little bit of discoloration up here. Spot down there. Spot down there. And here. And then I'm just gonna use this other brush to blend that in a little bit. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna go in with a translucent powder, and I'm gonna do a little bit of baking here. So I'm gonna take my powder puff and just pat that underneath my eyes. Knowing myself, I will cry a lot, so I need as much setting power as I can get, especially on the under eye area. And while we're at it, might as well do the whole T-zone as well. And while that's setting, I'm gonna work on my eyebrows. So I'm gonna start with the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. And I'm gonna spend a lot of time here because I feel like good brows can really make a look. And I definitely don't want to overdo it because overdone brows, not a good look. So this is a tiny, teeny, tiny eyebrow pencil. And I'm gonna use to draw little hair-like strokes. And mostly fill in along the top of my eyebrow. So then I'm gonna go back in with that brush and just brush that out a little bit. Helps to blend it in a little, make it look just that little bit more natural. And then I'm gonna go in with the Ka-Brow, which is like a brow pomade. I'm using the whole line in number 4, by the way, color-wise. So I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of that, and I'm gonna apply this along the bottom of my eyebrow. And mostly, I'm gonna just drag out my tail a little bit, lengthen that. I always feel like lengthening that tail a little bit just gives quite a glamorous look to my face. So I think now is the time when I remove that face powder. I'm gonna spread that out over the rest of my face. And now I'm gonna set my eyebrows with some eyebrow gel. I don't want to do that before so that all the powder doesn't catch in my brow hairs. Eyebrows done. Now let's move on to the eyes. So I'm going to be using 2 palettes for my eyelids. I'm going to be using Sleek's All Night Long, which is this palette right here. Absolutely gorgeous neutrals. And of course, Urban Decay Naked. Can you tell when I kind of stopped following the makeup trends? I feel like my entire routine is very much stuck in 2014. Naked, here we go. I'm actually gonna start with this one, and I'm gonna use this color right here as a highlight underneath my brow. Then I'm gonna take a nice and fluffy brush. I'm gonna take Naked from the Naked palette. And I'm gonna sweep that across the entire moving part of my eyelid and into my crease. This is basically going to be my base color that I'm then going to build upon a little bit. Then I'm going to take a slightly smaller but still very fluffy brush, and I'm going to use Buck, which is just a shade darker than Naked. And I'm going to apply that in my crease. Gently, carefully. I'm going to take some more of Buck, and that's going to go on my lower eyelid. I want my makeup to look very natural and minimal. I don't mind that you can tell that I'm wearing makeup, but I want it to look, yeah, natural-ish at least. I don't want it to be too dark or too wild or to make me unrecognizable or even look very different from the way I usually do. So that's why I'm using very neutral colors, fairly light shades. But we're gonna go in with a little tiny bit of drama now. So I'm gonna take that first brush I used again. I am just gonna use Virgin here on the Naked palette, just a little bit. And I'm gonna apply that right underneath my eyebrow. Not a lot, just a little bit. To give the look a bit more dimension so that there's something, you know, reflecting the light there. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna use a tiny bit of that in the inner corner here. Then I'm gonna go back to the other palette, the All Night Long, and I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's a very natural beige, but with just a tiny bit of a shimmer. And I'm gonna apply that on the center of my eyelid. Again, just so that there's something happening there. It's super subtle, but you can definitely tell the difference with, you know, what I had before this. So then going back to Naked, at this point I'm gonna just add a little bit of definition. I'm gonna take a small eyeliner brush and I'm gonna just use this black color right here, Creep. And with that I'm just going to draw the tiniest, most subtlest of wings right here on the outer half of my eye. I barely want this to be visible at all, I just wanted to enhance my eyelashes a little bit. I'm dragging it out into a little bit of a mini wing. But again, super subtle. I really like the look of that, but also just because I normally wear that pretty thick black winged eyeliner on a daily basis, I think I would feel a little bit weird with a full face of makeup on with nothing above my eyelashes. That's eyeshadow done. So then I'm just gonna go over with a mascara. I'm using waterproof, of course. This is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye False Lash Mascara. And I need to be really careful now because I'm no longer used to wearing eyeshadow and I tend to touch my eyelids with my lashes, especially since I've been using that serum that has made my lashes grow about twice as long. So I'm gonna look funny, but this helps. Okay. Eye makeup done as well. So now before I do my cheeks, I always like to do lips first, just so that I know I have like a comparison of how much cheek product I want to apply. When the lips are bare, I tend to overcompensate with cheek products. I'm using this universal lip liner pencil that is colorless. It's by KIKO. It's called the Invisible Lip Liner. I love this along my natural lip line. And then come in with the lipstick I'm going to use, and that is the NARS, let's see, what's this called? NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in the color Walk This Way. It's a beautiful pinky, corally, dusty, rosy type of shade. gonna give that a chance to dry down a little bit. And in the meantime, I'm gonna take my Cheek Leaders palette by Benefit here. And I'm gonna start by using Dallas, which is a bit of a darker color. And I'm gonna apply that right along the bottom of my cheekbones. It is a blush shade, but it's a bit of a more of a brownish, deeper color. So that's gonna be kind of my contour at the same time, I guess, while still providing a bit of color. And now directly above that, I'm gonna go in with Dandelion, which I'm gonna apply on the apples of my cheeks. All right, and then last thing I need for my face is highlighter, and for that I'm gonna use this W7 Glowcomotion. So that is just gonna go on top of my cheekbones. And whatever's left, tip of the nose, just a tiny bit above the eyebrows. And that is it. So that is more or less the makeup done. Now, to make sure that this doesn't go anywhere, I am gonna go over my lipstick with this Artdeco Magic Fix lipstick sealer. Horrible stuff. I hate it. It doesn't feel nice, but it works. And I feel like, you know, sealing lipstick is a good thing for a wedding. So gonna use that. It comes in pretty much a nail polish bottle with a nail polish applicator. It's very alcohol-y, but you just wipe it over the lips and let it dry, and then it seals lipstick for the rest of the day. And when that is dry, last thing I'm gonna apply is Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Hairspray for your face, that's what I like to call this. Plenty of distance. Gonna miss a generous amount. And that is going to seal everything in, lock everything in, and that is the makeup finished. So back to the hair. It's gonna be pretty quick after this, I promise. So let me just take out these clips first so that I can release my curls. Release the curls. Just gonna run my fingers through these, separate them a little bit. I am just handling these curls now to make them drop out a little bit, because they do come out nice and tight. Doesn't have to be too much. I do like fairly tight curls for the look that I'm going for, but I don't want them to be straight up 80s. Okay, they're gonna drop a little bit more on their own as time goes by, but now the first thing I do is I put on my flower crown. So I got this gorgeous handmade flower crown off of Etsy. The artist is called Kathleen Barry. She made me this beautiful flower crown with white and pink flowers. It is a mix of rose gold and gold in the middle, and then beads, and it's just so gorgeous. I absolutely adore it. I actually tie it before I put it in my hair, and then I place it on my head. So I like to center it on this little cross thingy right there. There we go. Some hair from the front here, and I pull it back over the crown. And then I'm gonna slide in a bobby pin here behind to hold that. It's gonna be a cheat hairstyle. And I'm gonna take another strand and wrap it around the flower crown again. Same thing on the other side. But that process takes a little bit of working and reworking, because obviously I don't want to cover all of those beautiful flowers. I think this side's a bit too thick. I'm gonna take the top of my hair here, top layer more or less up to where my extensions sit. I wanna make sure I leave enough hair to cover that strip of extension, but all of this hair I am going to braid. So I'm gonna split this into 3 sections. I'm gonna braid it. I'm just gonna braid that ribbon as well. Okay, I'm gonna tie this off with a little hair elastic. And then I'm going to work this braid into a bun. Just a very simple twisted bun that's gonna sit on top of where my flower crown ends. I'm just gonna pin that, secure that with a bunch of bobby pins. There we go. And then I am going to take all of this. Don't worry, it's not gonna stay like this. I'm gonna take all of this hair aside from a few little pieces down the front here that are nicely curled. And I'm gonna pull this back just gently. I'm gonna pin these pieces right underneath that bun that I have here. And I'm using these really long and really sturdy bobby pins that should hopefully hold this for the entire day. And I'm making sure they interlock with the bobby pins I already used for that braided bun, so that everything really is nice and sturdy. And that is pretty much it, guys. That is my hair look. So my veil is going to clip right underneath this bun right here, but I'm only going to be wearing that during the ceremony. I could maybe show you. I feel like I might have put that in a little asymmetrically, but this is more or less what it's going to look like, or what it did look like by the time you're watching this. Wow, I can't believe it. Check out my Instagram, by the way, for loads of photos from the wedding. I'm sure I'm going to be posting a lot over there. But yeah, this is how it looks with the veil. So I feel like this hairstyle is going to look great at the beginning when it looks like it does now. And it's also going to keep looking great when the curls do drop down a little bit. Even, you know, should it rain a little bit and my hair get wet, go, you know, pretty much completely straight, I think it's still gonna look good. By the way, I forgot to mention my bangs. I want to have them kind of swept to the side for the majority of my bangs, so kind of like this, I guess. And I'm gonna hairspray that down to make sure it stays that way. Let me do that actually. I'm also gonna be hairspraying the rest of my hair, of course, but just to show you what the bangs are gonna look like, so that they're kind of open, kind of curtain bang-ish. I feel like it's nice for an occasion like this when you can see a little bit more of my face than you usually can. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is my bridal look. Let me take out that veil. I went for a very romantic and feminine, fantasy, slightly historical inspired look for my hair. This is it. This is my wedding look, my hair and my makeup. How I look on my wedding day. I am so excited, I can't wait. It's so strange to think that when you're watching this it has already happened. Yeah, like I mentioned, do check out my Instagram for photos of the day. I will have a blog post up on my blog about it as well. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this, guys. It was really fun to do. I enjoyed practicing one more time last time before the wedding. So if you did enjoy watching, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for lots more beauty, fashion, sewing and lifestyle content. If you would like to support me through Patreon or my merch store, there are links in the description box below. Thank you so much for your support. There is another video here that I think you might also enjoy. You can go watch next. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you very soon in my new video. Bye!